I'm the extension of his hands. I'm the extension of his hands. I'm the carrier of grace. I'm the carrier of grace. Hey, nations are inside of me. Open up, open up. Destinies are inside of me. Open up. Open up. Open up. Maradagadalayada. Out of the mundane to where I'm ordained for things that were made. We're made from things unseen. There are realms of glory for my word to see. Dimensions found only in Jesus Christ the Son. Channels of my spirit. I am with the Father. No boundaries, no limits. Let it call unto the world. Let it open up.
Good evening, everyone. If you can hear me, respond with an emoji, please. If you can hear me, please respond with an emoji. All right, thank you very much. Thank you. Only 2 persons are responding. Okay. Thank you very much. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you're from. It's a pleasure to have you join us again today for our first masterclass series. One of many we'll be having over the next 29 days or 28 days. Without further ado, my name is Olusegun Onabanjo. I am representing the Blitz team as the lead admin. I have members of the team here. Just for sake of time, I won't call everyone's name, but they know themselves. Blitzers, if you're there, respond with a thumbs up, so we know that you're there. Blitzers, if you're there, respond with a thumbs up. Awesome. I trust your day has been great, and I believe this session is also going to be an amazing one and a great one. We have our subject matter experts in our midst, who will be learning a lot from today. No other person than the CEO of Funosea. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Funosea Global Link, right? We've shared his profile on the group, but just give me a moment to read his profile for those who are probably not gone through it or seen it. Mr. Olusegun Ogunoye is a dynamic education consultant with certified expert by the ICEF Germany. His influence resonates across continents. And as the CEO of Funosea Global Link, one of Nigeria's premier educational agencies, he has dedicated over 15 years to transforming the lives of countless Nigerians, helping them embark on transformative educational journeys to countries such as Australia, Canada, the UK, Sweden, the United States, among others. His impressive academic credentials include a Master of Business Administration in International Marketing and Management from California Intercontinental University, where he is currently pursuing a doctorate in healthcare, management, and leadership. Olusegun's educational foundation is further strengthened by postgraduate diploma in mental health and addictions from Fanshawe College, a bachelor's degree in chemistry from Olabisi Onabanjo University, and a diploma in information technology from Bostonweb College in Malaysia. In addition to his role at Funosea Global Link, Olusegun serves as the Director for Africa for Pacific Link College in Canada, further solidifying his commitment to fostering educational opportunities for students from all walks of life. Through passion, perseverance, and a profound commitment to education, Olusegun Ogunoye continues to redefine the landscape of international education, paving the way for future generations to access knowledge and opportunities around the world. He's a devoted husband to his beautiful wife and a proud father of two. Blizzers and every other CYC member in the group on the call, please, if your hands are not too heavy, let's give a round of applause to our special guest, subject matter expert, Mr. Olusegun Ogunoye. Before I bring him,
Welcome.
You're welcome, sir.
you're welcome, sir. You're welcome, sir.
You're welcome, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Before I give him the stage or give him the floor, please send invites to other members in the main house that we've started. I expect that members should already be joining, so that we don't leave them out of the picture. So I appreciate if we just do that in 1 minute. By 8:12, I would hand over the floor to our subject matter experts to lead us in today's session. So in a couple of seconds, I'll hand over to him. And then maybe we'll do a bit of introduction. Maybe there's some things we missed out. We'll do a bit of introduction by himself, and then we'll take it up from there. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. In a couple of seconds. All right, it's 8:12. It's my honor and privilege to invite Mr. Olusegun Ogunoye to have the floor. You have the floor, sir. Thank you very much and welcome.
Yeah, thank you. Mr. Ifeoluwa Shopiju. So I don't know how you guys operate. Do you want me to open my cam or I should just talk?
Well, I don't know if you are comfortable opening your cam. I decided to open mine because this is a virtual session. But if you're comfortable with that, if not, as long as we can hear you, that's fine.
Okay. It's all right. So are you sharing the slide from your side?
Yes, I will share the slide from my side.
Okay. All right.
Don't worry, you'll be shocked at your slide, but let me take this here.
So my name is Olusegun Ogunoye. So I've been introduced. I've been in this field for over 15 years. I was presently based in Canada, but I also frequent Nigeria because my business is based in Nigeria, actually. I've been able to help a lot of students to come over to Canada, Australia, and the rest of the world. But I just want to let you know the kind of things you need to consider when you are trying to make informed decision to travel abroad. There's some facts and figures you need to get right. Like when people call me and said, "Oh, we want to travel to so place," the first question I want to ask the person is, "Do you have information about the country you are traveling to? Why do you want to travel there? Do you have the resources to do this?" Because a lot of people have this mindset: when you travel, everything will be automatically okay. So, but I want to tell you, traveling involves a lot of preparation. Actually, I based on specialize in study route, but I also want to say it's not only through via study you can travel abroad. Like when I was living in Nigeria, I came here with my family with via the permanent resident route. So it might also be route to consider for those who are. Please let me know if my voice is not too loud, please, so that I can increase my.
It's like
Yeah?
we can hear you loud and clear. I can hear you loud and clear.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So
Yeah, we can hear.
thank you so much. So you need to know if you have a BSc in Nigeria, you have a master's, you have work experience, you can travel abroad via permanent resident route. You can also travel, but the fastest way to travel is maybe education. A lot of people have been duped because they want to travel, they want to come and work. They will say, "No, I've studied in Nigeria, I want to work." So I used to tell them, it's not that pathway is not available, but you need to check very well, because a lot of people will just tell you, "Oh, you want to work in Canada, Australia, or US? Oh, I can help you to get work permit." And yet they don't work with any company outside the country. They don't have affiliation. They don't have relationship, and they just take your money, and the person will not go anywhere. Then, if that person is fair enough, it will not tell you, "Oh, maybe I should just try visiting." When you get there, then you can find job. They will not begin to propose other options. So instead of you getting yourself into all this trouble, education might be the straightforward way to travel, because number one, you can relate with the school, you can send an email to them, you can really know whether admission you've gotten is genuine. I'm not saying we don't have some agents who also come up with fake educational offer letter, prove that you have paid tuition and stuff like that to package it to travel abroad. We have a lot of them. That's why you also need to do your background check before you use any agency. So I will want to stick now. This is just a general things about travel abroad, but let's go through the slide. So we are looking at global opportunities, unlocking your future through international education. So I will be focusing on education, but during Q&A, if you have other questions you want to ask me, I will give you opportunity to ask me that questions, and I will be able to provide answer to it. So I want to go to the next slide, please. Now, we look at the overview of our top destinations. So here we can see Canada. People want to go to Canada because of our diverse cultures and the quality of education. Then Australia, well, we can say education affordable and vibrant student life, but some of us, when we look at the tuition, we might not technically, because of the exchange rate, say that Australia is affordable. But there are a lot of hidden things about Australia that a lot of people don't know, because the popular destination has been United Kingdom, has been United States, has been Canada. But for my years of experience in this field, I discovered that a lot of hidden things that most students don't really know about Australia. I have some of our brethren who are in Australia now that destination was I want to come to Canada. And after talking to them, looking at their family and looking at their finances, I later told them, no, you know what? Let's do Australia. And I will tell you why. You see, when I started Funosea Global Link, I was actually focusing on Australia, travel to Australia. And the reason being that I study, if you look at my profile, I studied in Malaysia. There I did the IT, then I did the certification and networking and stuff like that. So I was kind of close to Australia.
We use quiet anyway. So we call the is a speaker.
Sorry about that, sir. Go ahead. I've muted the person.
No problem. No problem. So I was kind of close to Australia, so I know, and when I was there, I was able to have one or two persons there. So then I discovered that students, with the high rate of maybe the tuition and all that, they were able to like go to school, save money, pay their tuition, have enough money to save. And I begin to study more about this trend from all my students. Initially, before, the school fees is so expensive, but when they get there, they were able to invest the money, they were able to pay, they were able to like do everything by themselves without depending on their parents. Even as I'm talking to you now, I'm actually processing someone who just graduated from Australia, and she also wants to help the younger brother to come over there. So it's like I used to tell people, God just hide Australia to just extreme part of the world, and he gave a lot of good things that some of us were not aware of. So, if you check the, what do you call it, what employer paying employee per hour in Australia is very high compared to other destinations, So as students, you can work, easily get work and make money. It's just now that the destination to get to Australia is becoming difficult because of recent immigration policies and JAPA syndrome. So rejection of recent has been a little bit high compared to before. So United States, yeah, home to world-renowned universities and innovative programs. See, United States, one of the reasons why some students choose here is that you have access to a lot of scholarship opportunity, especially for those who want to do masters, want to do PhD or postdoctorate. So there are a lot of what do you call it? There are a lot of scholarship opportunity you can explore. And another issue is that most of the schools in the United States, compared to Canada and Australia, where they will ask you to pay a deposit, most schools in the United States may not even ask you to pay a deposit before you can get your offer. Most of them, but some may still ask you to pay like maybe $500 or $1,000 or little amount of money. But what I find out is that the rejection in US too is even very high because you need to prepare for interview. You must be ready. They will ask you, who is your sponsor? Why are you going to US? Having knowledge of the school you are going to, having knowledge of the accommodation. You just prepare for the interview. So a lot of people get prepared, but during the time of interview, because they are just scared or something happened, they won't be able to answer very well. And all the time you have with an interviewer may just be like 30 seconds or 1 minute, and before you know it, they say, no, we are not giving you the visa, and that's all. So in United States, sometimes they don't, in their visa processing, to me, it's not too straightforward because it's been based on just that interview alone. We have some genuine students who are not outspoken and they get there and because they couldn't maybe express themselves very well or they are afraid of rejecting and they just misjudge them and refuse the visa. I've seen students who the parents are very rich, have money, want to win. I think they will got admission to University of Texas, but they went there with good statement of account and all that, and she couldn't get the visa. So, and that's the issue with the US. So sometimes you have to prepare very well, your sponsor, ready to talk, tell them if you have a connections in US, why are you studying the course? Now, sometimes they will tell you you have a similar program in Nigeria, why not study in Nigeria? So you should be able to research very well why you are studying the program over there. And also, I want to add this, being rejected shouldn't stop your overseas migration or opportunity to study abroad. You can as well try it again, reapply again, look at the reasons. Maybe you need to like work on your interview sections, or there's some things you need to work on. Maybe your sponsor, maybe you use a third party who is not related to you and stuff like that. You need to work on that. Then you go back, you might get the visa. Then United Kingdom. Well, this is the popular destinations for most Nigerians. And I used to tell people, some would tell you, oh, United Kingdom, UK is popular. Oh, everybody is going there, evil animal, everybody is just too popular. I don't want to go there. I have a lot of people there. Your business is not about knowing people there. Your business is that you want to go there and succeed. And that's it. I have a student sometimes ago, they came to the office and they want to go to Australia by all means. I tried, they couldn't give them the visa. And the reason why is that their wife also wants to go. So I applied for the wife first. In the process, the other one said he couldn't wait. He want to also get into the school. I said, you pay school fees. He said it's ready to pay. He did that. So initially, when I submitted the application for the wife, we mentioned that the husband is not following. So now, when the husband applied too, they now rejected the application because the visa application for the wife, the outcome has not come out. And the case officer said that in your own application, you stated that you are married and your husband is not following. But now they discovered that he has application in process and is going to come to Australia. Because of that, they just refused the visa. So it's so funny. So, and they didn't want to try again. So later I advised them, why can't you consider United Kingdom? They said, okay, Mr. Shegun, let's try it. Then the wife also, the BSc result was not too good. She had third class in food science and technology. And I also want to say that sometimes we have people coming out with low grades. We shouldn't judge them. A lot of things happen on campus. Not that the person is not brilliant. It may be because of challenges, financial, mental, maybe the person does not like the course and many things like this lady, she's so brilliant. People believe in her that the father happened to be almost a professor now and all that. But she didn't come out with a very good result. So initially, the husband was not aware about that. So she confided in me and she was crying that she was this. I said, no. Coming out with a third class is not a problem. So, but you need to let your husband know this and let's see what to do. Then I was able to ask her whether with her permission, you can let the husband know what is going on. And the husband got to know and she was not mad. So just, Mr. Shegun, just do something you can do. So I told her, I believe in you. I know you can do this and stuff like that. So what I did was to do masters. So that made pre-masters plus masters. Pre-masters will take her like 6 months, then we lead into a master's. So she did that. I want to tell you that by the time she finished that pre-masters, she was the best student. By the time she finished the masters, she happened to be the overall best student in that program. She came out with distinction. You can see. And it's not even she went to another program so very tough, maybe global something, business management and stuff like that, from food science tech to another field. And she came out with a very good result. That's not the only story. Then, after when she was doing the program, I told her, why can't you just take a program in business analysis and design and stuff like that? And she did that. In fact, where she's working now in UK, she told me she's the only Black person in that company. Only Black. She got a very good job. The husband also got a very good job as a data analyst. The other one got she got a job as business analyst, being paid very well. So look at it. From our plan to go to Australia, coming to United Kingdom, finding a path. So we shouldn't look at, oh, many people are going there. I don't want to go there. I want to go to Canada. I want to go to this one. It's like those days where we're in secondary school, we said, I want to study social course or nothing. So we should be flexible in our options, you know. And the reason why sometimes UK might be easy is that other destinations will ask you for proof of funds, 4 months, 6 months, but United Kingdom will only ask you to show that proof of fund for 28 days. So, and we know sometimes most of our people, it's not that they can't survive, but they don't really put money in their account for a long period of time. So getting money from your sponsor into your account for 28 days or 30 days may be easy compared to like Canada, where you need to put the money for 4 months and above. So that's why sometimes it's like, it seems easy to get to UK because the funding sometimes is the major problem sometimes. New Zealand is also okay, but when you compare New Zealand with Australia, I can tell you that a lot of people want to be in Australia compared to New Zealand because of the money is there, opportunity for jobs and growth and stuff like that. New Zealand is good. I was there about 2 years ago and it's a very good country. I was in Christchurch, so very good place. So Netherlands is also good. That's Amsterdam. You have most programs also taught in English, and most of the European countries, the problem is that when you get there, the language is just the major barrier. Like you go to Germany, you rarely see people. Last time I was in Germany, you want to talk, so they will tell you, I don't understand English. Some of them understand English, but they still pretend as if they don't hear anything. So you have to prepare for all this. So next slide, please. So why study abroad? So I used to tell people, individual stories, you have reasons why people want to study abroad. A lot of people, for me, initially, when I finished university some years ago from Olabisi Onabanjo University, the reason why I want to travel is I have this belief that if you need to assess global opportunities, networking, also when I travel abroad, I believe that all of us are like equal. It's not that you are son of a rich man or whatever. We'll be able to like bring this thing together, be on the same level. That was my belief then. So now I can tell you that the reason why people normally travel, number one, we see cultural immersion, you know, experience diverse cultures, lifestyles, way of life. You know, like here in Canada now, most of the things we're doing, like if you call someone now, maybe you call someone, maybe let me, for example, the last time I was to do a kind of a fitness training, and I asked them, do you give a physical receipt? They told me, they said no. Okay, they said they're going to send it to my email. Okay, I told them I need this program for my the program I'm running. I need this receipt. It's very important. It's an evidence that I've carried out this task. Said no, they will send it. Now, when I got home, I didn't see the receipt, so I called them. They said they've sent it. So maybe they think the person got the wrong email. What I want to say, is that eventually I called. I said, I didn't see this email. And in Canada here, when you talk to people, you need to be, we don't, the way we do in Nigeria, that you can talk to people and say, why have you not done this one? I've been waiting. People get tensed up. That's the cultural stuff. They don't like, you have to talk in a way that it shows compassion. It shows that you are not, even when you know this thing is, you need it desperately, you don't use all your body to talk that way, because they will get scared. They will get, a lot of people have PTSD, they have ADHD, they have their own personal issues. So when you talk in a way that put them, stress them, then they can get off the phone and they may not continue that discussion. They will just tell you they want to hang up. So, but in Nigeria, how many times you just say, no, I'm a customer. You can't do this. You can't, you can't do it here. That's so you have to, you learn that. You learn that. They also learn it from our own culture too. So when you travel, you have opportunity to meet people from China, from Canada, from US, from, all over the world, Philippines, here in Canada now, my place of work, we can see people from all over. So Brazil and all that, to learn about their culture, the way of doing things. Sometimes we do what they call potluck, where people bring their different food to taste and all that. So then global networking. I can see that even my travel abroad business, it's not that I want to just start travel abroad. I was already helping people when I was in Malaysia to travel to Sweden, to Australia, just natural, just to help people. Travel to Australia, people will have issue with immigration. They will come to me, I will figure it out. This is what to do. They want to go to Canada. I will look at their documents and say, do it this way. Just do it like passion, helping people. So when I returned back to Nigeria, I was doing that, working, was doing that. So a friend that I met, in Malaysia, relocated to Australia. He called me, said, Shegun, how are you doing? I said, fine. You are very good in this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people go to Australia. Things are very difficult. You cancel them. You look at their documents and all. You are very good in this. What's going on? Don't you think we should start something and all that? So, well, let me just pray and think about it. Already before then, I have my company, but for me to go into it fully, I especially partner with somebody at that time. So I said, okay. And when we started that company that time, I was the one in charge in Nigeria. The whole thing just, blew up. Everybody knows in Lagos, went for conference, went for roadshow, went for seminar, and a lot of people traveled from Benin, Lagos, Abuja, Port Harcourt, all over. We just, until I decided to be on my own. And the company is still there now, but I started the company, but I'm not part of that company again. So the global networking, it was because I traveled, were able to meet with somebody else. And now the person traveled to Australia. If I didn't leave Nigeria, I won't meet that kind of connections, because then he was in Australia, he was able to partner with schools. I was in Nigeria, then I'll bring the student. We now begin to work together to make the company big. So then another reason why some people travel for personal growth, to develop their independence, to develop their resilience and all that. Then some also say quality of education so that their qualification is recognized. They want to go to they want to travel abroad. They believe the one in Nigeria is not really to quality. So next slide, please. Yeah. Can you hear me? Next slide. If the person is not there, I may need to continue from here. So There's spotlight on each destination. I have been able to like talk on the. Hello, can you guys hear me?
We can hear
Yes, we
you.
can hear you, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We can hear you, sir.
Sorry, let me know if you can hear me because yeah. So looking at some destination, we look at Canada, though we have a lot of schools, but just pick one or two schools here. University of Toronto, McGill, UBC, and all that. So the benefits, affordable healthcare for students. That is one of the reasons why people like to come to Canada. Then we have work opportunities. You work and study because your visa come with work rights. Because a lot of people will tell me, I want to work, I don't want to study. I say, well, if the work visa, we have a lot of people who will scam you because you want to come and work in Canada or work in outside the country. Why can't you look at school options? Because there you have options to study and to work. Then another good thing is that most of our qualification in Nigeria, sometimes they don't really, it's not that they don't recognize it, but they don't really like value it like their own. So when you put the qualification from here, maybe from Canada, Australia, or destination you travel to, it make it make your CV more impressive, and that's why sometimes when you travel, you have opportunity to study like when I got here now, I had to go back to school, and I'm still going back to school. Not that I need a place to work just to improve myself. That's why I said it depends on the individual. But if you're actually looking for opportunities, I would just encourage you to come to study. You just study, then make sure it's not easy, it's expensive, but eventually it will pay in the long run because you have the legitimate way of getting into the country, then eventually educate yourself, then seek more opportunities. Australia, we have Australia National University, we have University of Sydney, University of New South Wales, University of Melbourne, many others, many of these destinations. Then we have options of post-study work visas. Then Australia is beautiful, Sydney. But one thing about Australia is that most of the citizens, they are in the city center. Like the more you have more population in Sydney, in Melbourne, while some of those destinations, other provinces like Tasmania, like all those rural areas, people are not really many there. All of them want to come to Sydney, they want to come to Melbourne, they want to come to Queensland and all that. So Australia is good. So US too. Please make this thing not dark. I'm not really seeing it. I use glasses, so should make it okay. It's better this way. Yeah. So people prefer to go to MIT, Stanford, Harvard, and all that. So we see what we have in US cutting edge research opportunities, campus life. Then, most of the postgraduate students normally have opportunity as graduate assistants, even in Canada too, where they will be paying you, research assistants, or they call it graduate assistants, actually. So you are doing your research. You're also taking like tutorials or one or two courses on the level and all that, and you are getting paid for your hours. So UK, we have shorter programs like Australia now. Most of their masters we have 2 years, and the 2 years will give you a 3 years for study work visa. So, but I will just encourage you, if you are above 35, going to Australia now is not the best because you might find it difficult to get your, what do you call it, post-study work visa, which eventually make you to secure your permanent stay after that. So that is some of the things that are not favorable right now. So, but in Canada, there are a lot of ways where you can get your PR, you know. So United Kingdom, we mentioned that New Zealand, University of Auckland, University of Otago, is so peaceful, but the place also sometimes why people run away is because of all this it's earthquake and stuff like that. So Netherlands, University of Amsterdam, Delft University of Technology, we can see multicultural community very close to Germany from, and you can, when you are there, it's like you have access to about 25 to 26 European countries who are also Schengen countries. You know, like you're in Netherlands now, the next 30 minutes you're in Germany, in the next 2 hours or so you're in Paris and stuff like that. So people want a kind of have a visa to one of the Schengen countries, you can be able to go by train or by bus or driving to other European countries. Yes. Now, this is a very good part you need to look at, and this is the financial implications. You have to consider the following when you're making your decision to travel abroad. Number one, tuition. You have to look at what's the tuition like. Then sometimes when you look at the tuition, you might check whether this one has some schools give what they call entrance scholarship based on your academic performance. Some schools, like in Canada, they can give you, not give you full scholarship, but they can give you like 2,000, 1,000, 3,000, some based on CGPA, some based on course and based on many factors. So you need to check the university website. The university website will give you overview of what you should be expecting. So you also need to check cost of living. So when you check in Canada now, before 10,000, they increase it to like 22,000 plus or 1 year, you know. So that thing is, you have to look at that cost of living. You have to have what they call proof of fund. The proof of fund is the money that will be in the account of your sponsor. So normally the proof of fund is look at your 1 year tuition, then look at your 1 year tuition, then the living expenses. For example, if the living expenses in 1 year is 21,000, then your tuition for 1 year is 30,000. So when you're looking at it, so in a year, you're having like 51,000, let's say Canadian dollars, 51,000. Not only that, you now look at cost of traveling. So you just put that one, maybe 3,000. So when your sponsor is throwing his 60,000 Canadian dollars to demonstrate that you have enough money in your own account. But when you look at Canada, even if you have the money, they can still refuse the application sometimes, because Canada want not only looking at the money in your sponsor accounts, they want to know, how did you make this money? How did you get this money? So some, what they do is that want to apply for visa tomorrow, just get money from your neighbor. Please, you have 20 million, they put it in my own account. That is a red flag, because they believe that when they look at your account for the past 6 months, nothing like that is coming in, then this money is coming from where? Then why is it that close to the time you want to submit application, you now see deposit in that account? So it raises red flag. So the best option is for you to start early. Then when you have like lump sum being deposited in your own account, have the evidence of that lump sum. For example, I sold a plot of land for 30 million. You have your land agreement, you have the when the person paid the money to your account, the person should pay in his name or his company name. Then you have something to point to that you submit as an evidence to show this is the 30 million entered my account on 18th of March 2025. my sponsor's account. This money is from the sales of the 2 plots of land, and the document is in the attachment. So when they look at that, okay, this 30 million, what is it coming in? It's coming in from the sales of so properties, because they are trying to fight money laundering. They are going to fight all these illegal illegal drugs, all those cartel. And then those who that normally fund all these terrorists and all that. So Canada is so very careful. Even other countries too, they want to know why this money coming in, why is it coming out. So, and some people also have accounts, and that account, what you see there is only stagnant. It's not going in, it's not going out. So there are a lot of things as an agent will look at when we tell you send us your bank statement to really see whether it's a suitable one or not. Then accommodation arrangement, you need to be able to check the accommodation. How much is it weekly? Is it monthly? How much is it? Some accommodation you have to pay 1 month deposit security, then now pay another 1 month before you can take that accommodation. Some of the landlords also want pay slip, but you're a student, you're just coming, how are you going to do that? So maybe you get a guarantor, somebody that is there. Some schools may have hostel, some may be like a share apartment. Somebody's already living there. You only want to share together. So if the cost of the accommodation is $450, then you share it into 2. Then you also want to know whether utilities is inclusive or you have to pay. So these are the things you have to check. Then your travel costs. Then I mentioned this, the sponsor source of funding. So somebody may have 100 million in his account. What is this person doing? So if the person is self-employed, you should be able to submit the evidence of complete registration, maybe with CAC, that, and not only the certificate where the person names appear to really show is the owner or is one of the directors in the company. Or if the person is working in a place, you can submit the employment letter, the last promotion letter if it's available, or employment reference letter to really prove that. Then if the person have pay slip, you can submit it with this is where the person is actually getting his fund, and the person will also need to write sponsorship letter to back it up. Yes, the next slide, please. So we have scholarship opportunities because I was told that people might be interested in exploring scholarship. What I normally ask people, some will tell you they want a scholarship. Say, well, it's good. Do you have a first class? Do you have a strong 2-1? Because it's called something scholarship, scholar. So if you are coming with a third class and you're looking for scholarship, it's very hard. Some maybe we have some athletic scholarship too. If you know that is sports scholarship, you can also access, especially in US. So, but these are notable scholarship that you can explore. Sometimes it's fully funded. Sometimes you may have a partial scholarship and all that, like Erasmus Mundus Scholarship. This is funded by European Commission. So if you are pursuing a master's degree mostly in Europe, you might need to use Google, check the time you can apply, the deadlines, and the documents you need to have in place. If you know that it's closed for this year, for example, which I don't know yet, then you need to write all those deadlines down, what you need to do it, document you need to certify, document you need to notarize and all that, get it ready and send it as soon as possible. But I know if you have 2-1 and above, some maybe it may be possible if you have second class lower, but most of the scholarship you need to have 2-1 and above for your degree. That scholarship, this is Germany, so a lot of people have been able to travel to Germany with this scholarship, to Chevening scholarship. This is for UK. I know a lot of people who sometimes they will ask to write what they call it, essay. You know, look at your result, write essay, and it's just 1 year to sponsor everything. Canadian Commonwealth scholarship for postgraduate people look for scholarship, PhD and all that. Then I think I put Australia. Okay, yeah, Australia award for Australia. So you can explore this one. This one, they normally fully funded by Australian government. And there's another one they call Australian Award Scholarship. Yes, it used to be in, I think it's this one, agriculture, STEM, most of those agriculture, maybe, I think it's agriculture majorly. And I've seen a medical doctor who won this Australian award to travel to Australia. It's fully funded, like throughout your program, they provide everything. You can also Google this one, look at the deadlines and apply. And the other scholarships, you know, it's also Australia. Then Fulbright, I think that was in US. Yes, next. Next slide, please. So what's the next steps? So what we need to do next is you have to explore universities and programs that align with your goals. Then understand the application process. You go through this website, look at those deadlines and the timelines. Then you engage with our agency if you need our services for personalized guidance and support. You know, sometimes students get it right, and I don't want you to make this mistake. You may have admissions. Visa is a different thing entirely. You may not know anything about visas, but it's not that something you cannot also do by yourself. But what we're trying to avoid sometimes, why people look for agency, they don't want to make a mistake, because some mistakes, once you make it, might be very difficult to correct. So if you need the services of an agency, make sure you are talking to the right person. Yes. So I want to conclude with this. Studying abroad is more than just an academic journey. So it's about expanding your horizons, developing lifelong skills, and setting the stage for a successful future. So let us help you embark on this life-changing adventure. So the word from St. Augustine says the world is a book, and those who do not travel read only one page. So if you are still in Nigeria, you're only reading one part. If you have God help you, you leave Nigeria, then you know you have many books many pages to read. Yes. At this point now, I think it should be question and answer, right? Yes.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, sir, for that insight. I believe many of us have learned a thing or two. And so if you have questions, if you have things that have been bothering your mind, or you need clarity on some of the things that Mr. Olusegun touched on, please just signify by raising your hand, and you will be given the privilege to ask the question. Well, people are even clapping already for you, sir. I think that was quite insightful. That was quite insightful.
Thank you.
So if you have any questions, ask your question now. The last part of the last part before the concluding part talks about connecting with agencies. You are getting information for free so please take advantage of this moment and ask your question. Any questions? Okay, let me ask a question. You said something, sir, while you were speaking. again, the CYC reunion family is a family that has been a community over the years, right? I think since 1983 or 1982, all right, up until 2002, we were one family, right? And you can imagine what some of the ages of some of us are right now. Some in their late 40s, some in their early 50s, and all that. Are there opportunities for people like that? I know you mentioned something about Australia. Is it Australia or Canada? You said if you are above 35 years, that might not be a good place to go, right? How can people of that age range take advantage of opportunities like this? Because people want to Japa. The Japa syndrome is not just for Gen Zs, right? So can you throw more light on that? Thank you very much.
Yeah. Thank you for asking that very important questions. You see, apart from when you want to travel to a particular country, you need to check why. You know, some people want to travel and come back because of the opportunity back home for them. Maybe they just want to go and take a master's or PhD. Then after that, they'll go back to the country to take that role and that opportunity. But if you have in mind to stay back, you need to ask yourself after the program, what next? Do I have opportunity for permanent residency? That's what they call PR. Are you getting me now? Do I have the same opportunity for PR? That was why I mentioned Australia, because I was actually looking beyond the program. Most Nigerians don't want to spend all that money. Eventually, they go back and nothing. You know. So if you are doing a master's in Australia right now, which was not so before, and you were like 35, by the time you finish, you're 37 years. So the thing is that it will be difficult for you to actually apply for post-study work visa. The post-study work visa is what actually give you like a way to stay back, like 3 years visa after your program. You have that kind of visa that will enable you to stay, to explore opportunity until you have maybe you are applying for a skill visa, you are applying for sponsorship, and from there an employer can sponsor you, because even somebody wants to sponsor you, you have to be on a visa. You understand what I mean? So, and if they say, okay, if you graduate after your age is above 35, you can't get this visa. It's as if the person you are in a soup, you know, or when you are there, where you are working, they agree to sponsor you. So that means immediately when your program is about to end, because of the work experience you have there, then you're able to apply. We have people have helped there. The other sister in our church, she came here. She was like HR when she was in Nigeria. She came here. She was 50 years, and she came with the family to come and do postgraduate so in a course. She came to Canada here, family of, in fact, the daughter, she's already studying nursing here, about to graduate this year, and she was able to come. But the last regime, they just canceled post-study work visa for certain program. But now I think they are announcing in Canada now they are bringing it back again or something. They just say for selected programs. I don't know why they are doing that, and they are saying that except you are doing a master's, you can't come with your family. Because in Canada, if you are doing a master's or you are doing postgraduate diploma program, your spouse can apply for open work permit, and you can apply for visa for your dependent. Then you come with study visa, and you can also work and study. So what it means is that you are going to school and you're working, your spouse is supporting you because she's also making money to support you. So are there opportunity for somebody who is 50 years? Yes. 55 years? Yes. Because there's some here now, if you work in health related field, for example, you are a caregiver, you work in some important field where you can receive sponsorship. They don't look at your age. But if you are going through immigration pathway, where they call it express entry, federal programs, that one, the age it has a role to play, because by the time your age is above 55 years, for underage, you have a 0 point. But here, nobody cares. Nobody asks of your age. You have 60 something working. You have more than that. So far, you say you have the strength to work. Fine. Are you getting me now? But to get in is what you are looking at. So
Yes,
if the person has a master's or has a bachelor, you want to come for a master's, fine, he can. The person can come with the family no matter the age, But some countries like Australia may look at, oh, you've not been studying for the past 10 years. Why are you coming to study right now? That's why you need to ask questions, But if you're asking me, is it possible? Yes. People are coming in here, they are going to 60 and they got the visa and they were able to stay back. Then another thing you have to look at is that if it's becoming difficult for you, this is why I normally tell people, you have a child that is 18 years, 19 years, or 21 years, you can sponsor that child to come and study while you support them. By the time the child is okay, the child gets his document and all that, here in Canada, you can sponsor your parents, you can sponsor your even grandparents to come over. Yes. When I got here, they just applied for my mom 10 years. She got the 10 years that she came here. Then if you stay here for 3 years, you become a citizen. You can also apply for them because there's a visa they open for grandparents to even become permanent resident. So why not? I have family like that they were parents. My husband is retiring now. Why can't my husband come over to Canada and work? I say, no, sir. You sponsor this your son to come over here. By the time your son come over here, they will be the one to bring you to come here eventually. And they listen to me. Some of them now, 2 of the kids are here. The other family, also a member of the church, 2 of the kids are here. She wanted to do it for herself. But I said, you have a business in Nigeria. Support this student to come and access this education. Then later, you will come over. Then, and this is what eventually she did. I hope I answer your question.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you very much for that answer. Like, it was quite succinct. There's a question in the room chat. It says, Sonny Zubaro says, thank you for the powerful insight. I want to know if there are platforms one can leverage on for possible loans for traveling to study, and then make refunds while they're there.
Yes. So there's what do you call it? We have one, they call them Passage. I supposed to even sign this thing with them. I don't know, the guy traveled. I met them when I went. Called Passage. There's something they call the one that I know Nigeria can access. Give me 1 minute. Let me just check their name. Okay. They call this one Empower Financing. I know there are many, but these 2, I know some Nigerians have used it and they are able to. So the way the Passage work is this, okay? It's like they will be the one to help you with the school. Because they are not collecting collateral from you, they're not collecting anything. You understand? They have certain courses they want you to do, which they know that there's no way when you finish that, you'll be able to get your post-study work right, you'll be able to stay back. So they pay all your tuition fee to the school. By the time you resume work, you resume here, they make sure they help you to get a job. Then in the next month, you start paying. Not paying everything, you start paying little by little, maybe every month now. Because they know you'll be working and you'll be going to school. Maybe they will calculate, maybe you'll be paying 400 Canadian dollar, for example, every 2 weeks or every month. then you'll be paying it as you are going to school. You understand? So, but what I discovered, even with the financing, you still need to show some stuff here when you are submitting your visa application, but which shows that your tuition has been taken care of. You understand? So maybe what you need to demonstrate is your living expenses and all that. So we have, I can mention Empower Financing. I can also mention Passage. Passage is spelled like normal Passage, Passage. You can check them out. You can also do eligibility assessments immediately after this thing. So if you are approved, they will tell you and they follow you up.
All right. Thank you very much, sir. I guess that answers the question Sunday asked. Any other question before we call it a day? Any other question? Any other question? Any other question? No questions. Okay. Okay, Sunday Zubair is giving thumbs up. Yeah, I think he got answers to that. Any other questions?
Hello.
Okay, go
Yes,
ahead,
good
please.
evening, sir.
Go ahead, please.
Good evening.
Okay. My name is Blessing Olushaki, and I'm really grateful for this association. So I want to ask, please, can we direct chat you in case, or so that if we have any questions or how to go about it?
I didn't hear that question. The thing just freeze, please. Can you repeat it? Can you repeat your question, please?
I guess our network. Mr. Blessing, are you there? Are you there, Mr. Blessing? I guess our network is.
Okay.
You are muted, though. If you're speaking, you are muted. Okay, George Austin has his hand raised. Please go ahead, sir. Blessing,
Yeah,
we'll
good
come back
evening,
to you.
sir. Good evening, sir. I think what you're trying to ask is if by the time one is trying to go through this process and he has certain questions to ask, we can easily reach you, sir. That is what I think she was asking. And I think that's
Okay.
the question on.
Yeah, you can reach out to the organizer of this. So I think they have my contact. They should be able to give it to you. Yeah, you can. No worries.
All right, thank you very much for that, sir. Mr. Blessing, I hope that answers your question.
I didn't get anything. I'm sorry. It looks like it wants to rain here. So
Okay.
the network was kind of.
Okay, so your question was unmute your mic. Your question was whether you can reach or if you have anything to ask, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. He said yes, you can reach him. You have to reach out to the organizers, that's the CYC family, and we'll get you his contact.
Okay, sir. Okay.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah. I think we are fast spent. Can anyone give us a vote of thanks for to Mr. Olusegun Ogunoye? Anyone willing to? Someone from the Blitzers. Blitzers, where are you? Blitzers, where are you? Okay, Rajob, go ahead, please. I thought Rajob was raising his hand. Okay, Brother Samson, go ahead, please.
Thank you very much, sir. On behalf of the CYC family worldwide and the Blissers group, we want to say a very big thank you to you for honoring our invitation to come up to the platform to give us some clues about traveling out through educational means and other aspects. We've really learned a lot from what you have said tonight, and we are grateful for this knowledge being shared tonight. We say that the Lord will bless you tremendously, and we promise that we will also in our own part do the needful to see how we will get through to you in terms of processing this visas, and other things. Thank you very much, and God bless you, sir.
Thank you. God bless you for inviting me. I know it was a short period of time, and I went for a conference last week, and it was up and down. But thank you for the time. It's always a pleasure to share my experience with people. Thank you so much.
So thank you very much, sir, once again. On behalf of the Blitzers and the CYC Reunion family, we say thank you. And for everyone who has joined, really appreciate your joining. I believe you picked a thing or two. Apologies for the glitches that you might have experienced while joining this session. Network can be very, very unpredictable, right? So, but for those of you who made it till this time, congrats, and we'll see you on the next one. Don't miss the next masterclass. It's going to also be very insightful. Once again, Mr. Olusegun Ogonoye, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank
you.
you.
Can now take your leave while we wrap up. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
So again, thanks to other team members, members from other group who joined us. We really appreciate your presence. Thanks for making this a success. Without you, this certainly wouldn't have been a success. So we are actually grateful to you for being a part of this and for making this a success. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. Stay tuned for more activities that will be rolling out in the next days, but in form of announcement for the next event. Tomorrow being Wednesday, we'll be having a special program by 8 p.m. It's titled Precious Memories, right? It's titled Precious Memories, where members are going to be given the opportunity to recall memories that they've had over the years, maybe while they were at the CYC, or how members of the CYC, even after 2002, have been of great help and of great assistance to you. We will be having that session by 8 p.m. tomorrow, right? So please do well to make it a date with us, and we would love to hear your stories. We would love to hear those inspiring and valuable moments or memories that you have with the family, right? Before I go, I would just love to entertain us with just this music, and then we can call it a day. I don't know if many of you understand this language, but we're going to share it regardless. Sorry, I was using two screens before, but now it appears that my other screen has gone off. Let me know if you can see the screen. All right. I'm trying to move this to 30. Okay. All right.
Let's go. Kini Yaduro. Niwaju. Hey, Talonja, yeah. Niwaju. We say, happy now. Hey, sorry,
All right. Thank you very much for learning. I wish you a restful night. See you. Thank you once again. Sorry, the volume, I don't know. I increased it to the loudest. I don't know why able to hear. That will be looked into subsequently. I hope that it's better next time. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. See you guys. Have a restful night. Don't forget tomorrow, precious memories. Love to see you. Thank you. Have a great night. Bye.